What is going on, everybody? It is a Powerhouse Sceptile here speaking on the Pokédeckers YouTube channel. Now, today, people, we're going to be going over the very powerful decks in the meta right now. So I have this Chrome thing loaded up, and this is my desktop, by the way. So we're going to start out by going over Seismitoad. Seismitoad is by far the most threatening Pokemon in the metagame right now. It has the ability to use Quaking Punch. Opponent can't play items from their hand. And that is just devastating to a lot of decks. Grenade Hammer is never used. If it is, then that cuts off the item lock. And yeah, that's from Furious Fist. Now, possible partners for this, I've come up with the two most popular ones. Giratina EX is a very popular combo with Seismitoad. Being able to close out a game, doing 100 damage, 120 with Muscle Band. And then there's also Crobat with Surprise Bite, because Seismitoad isn't putting up too much damage. He's only doing 30 to 50 bar weakness, so we need a little bit extra damage using Crobat. Our next deck is Vespiquen. Vespiquen, oh my god, this is just crazy. This deck completely skyrocketed when Ancient Origins came out. It is just really, really good. It's really consistent, but there are a lot of flaws to it, like how Giratina can one-shot every single Pokemon in that deck. I mean, that's kind of bad, unless you're running some weird oddball stuff. I don't know, but the best, in my opinion, the best partner for this is definitely Plasma Flareon, because it has the exact same attack with a different name. It does 20 plus, 10 more damage for each card in your discard pile. It takes 2 colorless energies, same thing as Vespiquen's. It has 10 more HP, which is pretty good, and it has the fire typing. Now you could, this is just the thing that I'd like to run in the deck. 4/4 Vespiquen, 4/3/1, so 4 EVs, 3 Plasma Flareon, and 1 Jolteon. Because Jolteon will give that electric boost, which will mean that you're hitting super effective on Yveltal, Colorless Rayquaza, and other cards that are weak to electric. So, next up, we are going to go into our third deck of the meta that's really taking everything by storm. It is Mega Manectric. Mega Manectric has skyrocketed completely, especially in the standard format, now that Landorus EX has been rotated out. Now, the second that happened, it just skyrocketed. But now that tournaments are expanded, it's losing a little bit of worth, but it's still a very, very good deck. Despite Lucario's being able to one-shot it, as long as they're using Strong Energy, Muscle Band, everything, it's a very good card. Using Turbo Bolt, it's good to power up Pokemon like Aegislash EX with Metal Energy that you can just Battle Compressor in the discard pile. It also pairs well with Regice, if I can pull it up, where it will power up, or it won't necessarily power up Regice, but it works well because Regice can do super effective on Landorus EX if you're playing against it, and it also completely defies EXs, so you can set them up on the bench, have another Manectric set up, and then once the active Manectric gets knocked out, send out Regice, and then start being EX immune. The fourth deck, we're going to bounce on back to Aegislash. This is, in my opinion, a very underrated card. It defies so much of the meta right now. I'd say the top 2 decks in the meta were Seismitoad, Giratina, and Vespiquen Flareon. And Aegislash counters Vespiquen Flareon. Vespiquen Flareon cannot touch this deck at all, unless they're running Basic Energy, but they don't run Basic Energy from what I've seen, what deck lists I've seen. Seismitoad, Giratina, all they run is Special Energy. So they're still doing the item lock, but it walls their damage. And then like Hypnotoxic Laser, if you have like, I don't know, something to heal poison damage, or you have a counter stadium for Verbank so that it doesn't take so much toll. It'll take 17 turns to take you out. So, yeah. It's a very, very underrated card, but it's very, very powerful and very, very strong. It can get powered up, like I said, by Mega Manectric or Bronzong, which is a great partner for it, using Metal Links. And you can attach a Metal Energy from your discard pile to one of your benched Pokemon, being Aegislash in this case. So that was the fourth deck of the meta. Now the fifth one, I'd have to say Archie's Blastoise. Archie's Blastoise is really, really good if you play it right, because it won Worlds. It won Pokemon 2015 World Championships. And Jacob Van Wagner took an Archie's Blastoise deck there, hoping to have fun, and he won. He beat everybody in the world. That went there, of course. But I'm sure he could beat anyone in the world with this deck. So, this deck is really good. I've seen it a lot at regionals that I went to. I've seen it a lot, and it's just really, really good. The thing that really counters it is because I faced 2 Archie's Blastoise decks out of 7 rounds, and I beat both of them in 2 rounds. I completely shut them down with my Vileplume because I was running Giratina Vileplume because I really thought that deck was cool. So I ran Giratina Vileplume, but it completely shut down Blastoise because I got turn 1 Vileplume both turns because my deck was really consistent. And I just have a thing of Archie's Ace in the Hole, so yeah. Those were the decks in the meta. I really hope you enjoyed. Now, there are plenty of other decks in the meta. Like, there's Colorless Rayquaza, it's great. There's there's Tyrantrum EX, it's great. There's just plenty of other decks, but I thought that these were the 5 things that you should be most scared of when you go to a tournament. These are the decks that you need to be scared of. These are your worst nightmare. Because if they have a good matchup on you, you are completely screwed. They're amazing decks played by amazing people. They know how to play them, and it's just really, really hard to beat them. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. This was the Powerhouse Sceptile speaking from the Pokédeckers Network, and I will see you all next time. Peace out.
Some legends